Welcome everyone, Ed here from the Great Indoors, and today we are in Highland Heights, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio, and this parking lot right behind me where the Home Depot is was once the location of the Front Row Theater, which existed in this place from 1974 to 1993. We're going to take a little step back in time and see what became of this fantastic place that brought so much happiness to so many people over the years. Let's check it out. The idea of the Front Row Theater was first conceived by Nate Dolan, a longtime Cleveland business person who at one time was the vice president of operations for the Cleveland Indians during their heyday from 1949 to 1963. He was the one sound voice that opposed the Rocky Colavito trade in 1960, which basically led to many years of disappointment for many Cleveland baseball fans. Nate Dolan's propensity for spotting talent was evident. That's why he teamed up with his son, Lawrence Dolan, whom was a very well-respected businessman in his own right. With his son and his wife Molly at his side, it was time to build the Front Row Theater. Construction began in January of 1974. The idea was to create a venue that would allow spectators to see their favorite entertainers at a close distance from the stage no matter where they sat. So a rotating circular stage was the answer. At this time, this was a first-of-a-kind concept in the United States. The dome construct of the building ensured that no support beams would block your view, unlike the Municipal Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. At a cost of $3 million, which if adjusted for inflation would cost $16 million today, the Front Row Theater was an excellent value. Consider this, the Hard Rock Roxino cost a whopping $268 million to build back in 2012. With a July 4th opening date fast approaching, many people were very concerned that the Front Row Theater would not be ready. But Larry Dolan calmly assured everyone that the Front Row Theater was good to go. With Larry Dolan guiding the ship, he booked Sammy Davis Jr. as the opening headline act for the Front Row Theater. This was huge because at this time, Sammy was massive in the United States of America, booking TV shows, appearing on All in the Family, and just being everywhere on TV at all times. Yes, the Front Row Theater was making a name for itself, drawing upon top shelf acts such as Sonny and Cher. Lou Rawls came through the doors of the Front Row Theater, and of course, the Jackson 5, which featured Janet Jackson, and she would dance up and down the aisles, and she was just a little girl at the time. How cool would that have been to see that? You could just see the excitement by looking at this video that I found in the archives. You really could tell that there was a real excitement and buzz for the next coming show at the Front Row Theater. Now check out some people that were actually at the Front Row Theater giving their accounts. We are here with John B., and he has some fond memories that he wanted to share with me of the Front Row Theater. Go ahead, John.
There was no one in the Front Row Theater that had a bad seat. No matter where you sat, you could see everything. Every show was great.
I thought it was nice over there. Maya Foreign, he used to be with Lawrence Welk band. He played accordion over there, and Frank Angevit's band members backed him up. It was very good.
Was it a good place to see a polka band play?
Anything. Does the stage revolve?
Right.
Move around. You can see everything good.
So you had a good seat no matter where you sat.
Yeah, right.
I love the Front Row Theater. What I liked about it the most was the fact that it was in the round. And there was no bad seat at all.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You could see the artists anywhere, if you sat in the front or the back or the side or wherever. And I saw some of the most wonderful artists there. I loved seeing Luther Vandross. I saw the Jackson 5. Oh, just so many people. Lou Rawls I saw there. Diana Ross. Gladys Knight.
Wow.
I just loved being there. They had such great concerts. I went with great people. It wasn't very far to go to. I don't know why they closed it. I think Cleveland was large enough for us to have the front row out east and downtown venues. It was a little challenging, like anywhere, to get out of there, though. You had to have patience. It took a long time to get out. But it was very popular and always full, and I loved it. And I'm sorry that it's gone. I miss it tremendously.
Well, thank you very much, Christine, for your feedback. From the outside looking in, it seems like a no-brainer that it was a bad idea to close the Front Row Theater. But the devil is in the details. Let's take a closer look at those details, and maybe we can find out the real reasons why the Front Row Theater met its demise in 1993. Reason number 1. The Phantom of the Opera did consider playing at the front row, but its circular stage was not conducive for that type of show, which led the Playhouse Square to be the next option. Not a good sign for the Front Row Theater going forward, considering. Reason number 2. The closing of the Richfield Coliseum in favor of the Gund Arena, and also the rise of the Gateway Project in downtown Cleveland, was making it an easier decision to move up-and-coming acts like Snoop Dogg and Ice-T to the downtown venues that were now becoming available. The Front Row Theater was starting to look less and less attractive to up-and-coming acts. Reason number 3. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the Front Row Theater only cost $3 million to make back in 1974. So in other words, it wasn't the highest quality construct. With that being said, decisions had to be made about the future going forward. Was it worth it to put more money into a facility that had issues? I don't know. Big question. There was sewerage backups that were taking place, different things that were ongoing that weren't going to get better with time. It maybe just did not make sense to put the money into the facility, knowing that bigger acts were going to be going downtown anyway. Okay, I'm on the street that leads into Home Depot, and if you look at overhead satellite imaging, that street coincides with the street that would lead down into the Front Row Theater. Where the sign Home Depot is, if you would have been off to the left, that would have been right where the tool rental area is over there. That would have been right where the front entrance was back in 1993 when when the Front Row Theater had its final show for Luther Vandross. Okay, by using that tree over there, I'm going to line up how Phil Donahue entered into the Front Row Theater when he was appearing in 1988. That means I got to walk down here and see how we can line it up. Okay, if you take a look down that way, where that cart is off to the southwest would be the entrance, and then by turning this way, right about where this curbside pickup sign is, would be the side entrance to the Front Row Theater where Bill Donahue entered back when he was here to visit his hometown and put on a show right here in Cleveland, Ohio, or in Highland Heights, Ohio. Pretty cool stuff. Cars would have been parked right down there, and he would have been walking down this way, and the Front Row Theater would have been right about in this area over here. No matter how you look at it, the Front Row Theater meant a lot to a lot of people back from 1974 and 1993, between all the entertainment that came through here, and then high school seniors having their graduation ceremonies here. It was a tough thing, but I always believe that every negative has a positive and every positive has a negative. Yes, this place closed, and yes, it was sad, but it also opened another door for the entertainment that were to happen downtown at the Playhouse Square. That's how I try to look at things. You try to look at it and take it and stay with the positive. Yes, I am sad that the Front Row Theater, and yes, it was a great loss, but sometimes you just got to change with the times. Hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Have a great indoors day, everyone. Bye.